Hi, my name's Lucy from Lucy and Russ's Property Chat. I'm going to talk a little bit about winning mindset today. So mindset is massively important in business. If you don't believe in yourself, then how is somebody else ever going to believe in you? When I first started out my business, I didn't have a lot of faith in myself at all. I was at quite a low point in my life. I've been through quite a lot in my personal life, and this was kind of, I've got nothing to lose. Why not put everything into it, all of my money, all of my time, all of my energy into building a business and building a future for my family. So when I started out my business, I was a single mum in a city that I'm not from. I was a good couple of hours away from my family. It was just me and my daughter, and my one goal was to keep a roof over our heads. But I also wanted to not then look forward to a life of struggling, because that's not what I wanted. Because when my life changed, when my personal life changed, I automatically thought, how am I going to cope? How am I going to carry on? How am I going to keep going? And I wanted to make it a very different experience for myself and make myself hopefully a role model for my daughter and future children that I had. So I seriously needed to look at my mindset. I have always struggled with mental health issues, with depression, with anxiety, and that's a big thing that can eat away when you're doing something new and you're doing something different. So as I said, when I first started central sourcing, I was very low, didn't quite believe in myself, and I needed to change that big time. So I looked into all sorts of different mindset podcasts. I started doing affirmations every single day, which when you start off, you think that you sound a little bit crazy, and then all of a sudden one day it just clicks. And the stuff that you're saying, you start believing. And I kept just focusing on what I wanted. I visualized, and it helps because I'm a really visual person, but I visualized on what I wanted and what that looked like, and the journey from where I was to where that point was, what all the processes that I had to go through. And I broke it down and I went, I'm going to achieve this, and then I'm going to achieve this, and then I'm going to achieve this. And I visualized it so hard, and I put it out there into the universe, and I did everything that I could and connected myself with people doing what I wanted to do and doing it 5-10 steps ahead of me. And I surrounded myself with those people. I listened to those people, I learned from those people, and I took on the mindset that they had. Why did they have so much belief and faith in themselves that they could do what they wanted to do? I wanted to be like that. So I just soaked up their energy and what they were putting out there, and watched them achieve and grow. And through that, I managed to grow what I was doing. And once it starts to happen, once you start to actually believe in yourself, then you see results. You see physical results happening, and you go, actually, that thing that I thought was going to be really hard, I've just done it. And you still don't quite believe it, but it's happened. So you go, right, I'm going to push myself a little bit further. And then you achieve that, and you go, right, and all the time, your self-belief is growing. In what I do in construction, I'm very much a woman in a man's world, and that's not a kind of, oh, woe is me, little lady. There's a place for everybody, and a lot of the builders that I've worked with have kind of smirked at the start or thought, well, what does she know? I'm not a builder, I'm not a plumber, I'm not an electrician, I'm not good at anything like that, but I am good at hunting for houses. I am good at working with investors and working out what it is that they want. And through that process, I started to get a little bit more respect. It's not until you actually do something and people around you watch what you're doing that they actually believe, oh right, okay, maybe I can have a bit of faith in her. And I've had it before where I've met with different builders, with different investors, and I've spoken about central sourcing, and I've had the reaction of, oh, is that your husband's business? No, it's not, it's my business. Or people in the local area that have watched my business grow have said to the builders that we work with, what's the gaffer like? What's he like? Is he nice? Is he a nice bloke? Yeah, she's really nice. Yeah. You know, and they automatically assume that. So I had that to come up against. But I believed in myself. I believed that I could do what I was good at. And I had the people around me that had the skill sets that worked with me to then grow that business. And from that point, as I started to get results, I just believed in myself more. And to this day, you know, people go, right, when's enough? When, you know, when do you stop? Well, once you get to one goal, surely there should be another goal, and there should be more that you want to achieve. There's things that I'm doing now that 5 years ago, 7 years ago, there's absolutely no way that I ever could have believed that I could achieve those things. Just because of what I thought in my head, just because I thought, you're not good enough, people don't think you're good enough. And everybody, when you start to do something different, when you start to put something out there, when you start to share what you're doing, the world becomes your critic. The world believes that, you know, what they're doing, why are they doing something different here? Oh, you know, and you start sharing what you're doing and you're criticised and you're pulled down and people don't think that it's going to happen. And it's just learning to blinker out that noise and focus on your mindset, your vision, what you're going to achieve and how you're going to achieve it. And then once you do, not letting it pass by, stop and look at what you've built, look at what you've achieved, look at what you're doing and take it in and take a snapshot of that and hold it and then go, right, what's next? And visualize the next step, the next step, the next step, till you get to the point where you're happy. But you need, you know, happy with what you're doing and how you're growing. But you need to get mindset first and foremost. And once you get that in place, suddenly everyone's opinion and the noise surrounding you goes really, really quiet because you're so focused and the people that support you are the ones going, well done. And that's all that matters. But first, it starts with you and it starts with your mindset and getting that straight. Give us a like and subscribe. That would be absolutely great. And I'd love to hear what it is that you work on in your mindset to make sure that you achieve what you want to achieve and succeed at what you're doing.